Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. It is Sunday, June 23rd, 2024. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Michael Hennessy, good morning. Michael, your final payment's coming up. I think I just saw that this week. It's coming up, I think, in a week and a half or something like that. So I'll be reaching out to you on that. Richard, good morning. How you doing today? Sana is here. Hello, Sana. Good morning. How are you? And Fred and Lisa are here. Hello, Fred and Lisa. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. It is very hot. It is brutally hot. It's been crazy. The past couple of days I've been out walking the dog, trying to get lots of quick walks in. It's been really bad. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's talk about some cruise news today. We're going to get into some cruise news. We got a decent amount of cruise news from the week, catching up on some things. Cruise news story number one, we have the entertainment has been revealed for Utopia of the Seas. I'm going to tell you about it right now as I get down here. So pretty fun. Again, I'm kind of torn on Utopia. I don't know what my thoughts are. I really would like to go on Utopia. We were supposed to go on it in September, and I pushed it back just because, we're trying not to do new ships because everybody else is doing them. Morning, Warren. How are you? So I would like to go on Utopia, but I want to do 7 days, and we just have to wait for the prices. The prices are just out of control. So I do need to wait for the prices to drop. So let's talk about it. In the Aqua Theater, they're going to be doing Aqua 80s too. If you've been on Oasis, Oasis has Aqua 80s, which is amazing. One of my favorite shows. Island Collector, good morning to you. Edward Clayton, good morning, Edward. How are you doing today? So we got Aqua 80s there. We have Utopia, which is going to be the ice show. We have All In, which is going to be the production show. They're not doing as much Broadway. No one's doing as much Broadway. They've kind of moved from that into doing some different things, which I don't love. I love the Broadway shows. I think it's a big reason why I pick some of my royal ships when I'm looking at them. I'm like, oh, I really want to go see this play. Obviously, we know they're doing the Royal Railway, which is your dining adventure through the train car. The Crazy Quest, standard favorite, awesome. They'll be doing Friendly Feud. I guess that's a little play off of Family Feud, which they can't do because Carnival does that. And then they're going to have some different parties, which I think is kind of fun, different than the usual ones that you see all your decades parties, right? So there's a Resolution, which is a dance party with a light show. They're doing a Royal Kappa Chai, which is a college party. It's like a throwback college party. That worries me a little. Red, of course, is the standard nightclub party, which they usually do in the Ice Arena Studio B. They're doing a silent party with a toga, so it's called Silent Toga, which is going to be interesting. They're doing another silent disco. Of course, Spotlight Karaoke they'll be doing. They will be doing a plunge day pool party, which is like a Vegas daytime party, which is kind of cool. Again, much more party vibe on these. It's going to be weekend cruises, which worries me a little bit, but we shall see. Sunset pool party, sail away pool party, and another Hey Utopia pool party to kick off the weekend. So I think that the Friday to Monday one is going to be wild, and I think the Monday to Friday one is going to be kind of like a normal cruise. So we shall see. And of course, they have all of your standard Schooner Bar, Strings in the Park and Central Park, Music Hall, the Mason Jar, of course, and all of those things going on. So that's really fun. Love that they announced that this week. Next up, we have Explorer 2. Explorer 2 was supposed to debut in the beginning of August. It's now been pushed back about 5 weeks. They recently completed sea trials. Everything went well there, but I think they just are running out of time and need to do a little bit more work. So that is going to push back them. They had to cancel 5 of those inaugurals. Again, one of my big things of don't book an inaugural in the first few weeks. I know it seems cool. I know it is kind of cool to go on one of the first sailings, but don't do it. It's not worth it. If you get canceled, it's going to derail your entire vacation. It's just not worth it. Hey, Hope, thanks so much. Can't wait to talk to you guys on Wednesday as well. The Wednesday ones, obviously 7 p.m. Wednesday. If you are new here, we do a live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So next up, we have a new princess perks. So I'm going to pull this up so I don't screw it up. But basically what happens is if you, between August 1st and December 1st, if you go on a cruise on Princess, you are going to be getting double cruise points in their loyalty program if you purchase Princess Plus or Princess Premier. So as you know, they have 4 tiers in their loyalty program. None of them are really great, I would say. So Gold is after your first cruise. It includes early booking offers, onboard events, the normal things that the first tier always holds. Ruby is 3 cruises or 30 days, and then you get the Captain Circle help desk and vacation protection upgrade. Platinum, 5 cruises. You get everything plus $50 off your medallion packages, 10% off a spa, and access to the Platinum and Elite Lounge. And then Elite, which is 15 or 150, you get 10% off the shops, 10% off of shore excursions. You get a tasting event, stateroom minibar setup, which I think you still have to pay for. I'm not sure. I have to check on that. Complimentary canapes on formal nights, afternoon tea in your stateroom, laundry and shoe polish services, and priority disembarkation. So nothing, earth-shattering there. But it is cool that you're going to be able to level up quicker than you normally would if you purchase those extra things. Hey, Paolo, how are you? Paolo, you're getting close, right? A couple weeks. You got a couple weeks, July 11th, right? Your cruise? Coming up quick. Next up, we have, no shock to anyone, Carnival is going to be hosting a Brazilian Carnival-themed cruise on Carnival Conquest. This is going to be a 3-day sailing, and this is going to be out of Miami, of course. Weekend cruise, Carnival-themed. I am going to hard pass on this one, but I'm sure it's going to be a blast. If you are into a party cruise, a party weekend, you want to go and have drinks and enjoy yourself, I'm sure it's going to be a blast. But that, my friends, is not for me. July 11th. See that? Warren leaving 28 days on Breakaway. Warren, I hope you have a great time. As you may or may not know, Breakaway was not my favorite cruise. Couple factors there. Because we went out of New Orleans, it was a little weird and the crowd was a little weird. But it was fine. And the biggest thing is, and actually I shouldn't really say, it just wasn't my favorite cruise of the year. It's not my least favorite, which Venezia has right now, but it was probably my second least favorite. It was just, there's nothing to do at night was my biggest complaint on Breakaway. Food's great. The shows that we did see are really good. We saw, obviously the Sid Norman's shows are fantastic. And if you can get in there and you want to wait in line, you're not going to have any issues. You'll have a great time, but you're going to spend most of your night waiting in line to get into Sid Norman's. It's the only thing. But if you're doing like a itinerary where it's a lot of ports, you're going to have a great time. No problems there. So next bit of cruise news is Silversea is doing a world cruise in 2027. It is going to go on sale June 27th. And it's going to be 149 days aboard Silver Dawn. Silver Dawn is one of the smallest cruise ships in the world. And I'll give you a little rundown of what this includes. I would not enjoy this. I enjoy Silversea a lot. It's a very elevated experience. It's very peaceful and calm. Again, not my vibe, but it is very elevated. The food is outrageously good. The service is amazing. It's great if you just want to relax or if you're doing something very immersive because all your excursions and all are included. But this is going to be a 3 oceans world cruise. It's 149 days, leaving out of Los Angeles on January 8th, and it's going to end up in Copenhagen, Denmark on June 7th. 20 calls and 20 maiden calls and 11 overnight stays in port. It's going to hit the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Ocean, hitting 50 of the World Heritage sites. It looks amazing. I've talked about it ad nauseum. I don't know that I could do 149 days on board a ship, any ship. And I certainly couldn't do it on a really small ship like that with you're talking hundreds of people. I can't, no. Somebody on that ship's going to drive you crazy after a couple weeks. So, but it looks awesome. I'm sure it is going to be very, very expensive. Next bit of cruise news is MSC announced last year they hit 102 separate countries. sailing, and they had 4 million guests. Again, we talk about it all the time. MSC is really, really kind of trying to push into North America, really expand the market here, which I think is awesome. I'm enjoying all the MSC cruises. I will be on 2 more MSC ships next year. I'll be on Divina and Grandiosa beginning and the end of the year, so January and December of next year, which is going to be very, very, very exciting. So I can't wait for that. Next bit of cruise news, we have Holland America is enticing chocolate lovers. Holland America is doing a lot of cool food things. So they have partnered with Lindt chocolate manufacturers that make those cool truffles that everybody gets around Christmas, which I don't enjoy those, but Lindt chocolate's very good. So they are partnering with them. They're going to be serving those Lindt chocolates on board their ships. They also signed recently with Morimoto to do seafood. And I watched that Top Chef on there, and it looks amazing. So that's really, really, really cool. Hope said would love to sail on World America in the Yacht Club. Yes, absolutely. I will be on World America in April. I've been invited to the inaugural down there, which is very rare that I accept these invitations because I want to be able to be transparent and honest, which I certainly still will be, which I've talked to people about already. So I think I'm going to go. It's in April, and obviously we'll get to see. I won't be sailing in the Yacht Club, but I'll get to see the Yacht Club, and I'll get to see the brand new pier down there, which is really why I wanted to accept it. I wanted to see the new terminal that MSC is building in Miami. So we shall see, but I will still be completely honest about the ship. Next bit of cruise news, Carnival has hired a meteorologist. As everyone knows, kind of during this time of year from now until November, the end of November, it's hurricane season, which means, sometimes you get on a ship and you're going to wind up going to another destination. You're going to wind up missing ports. You're going to wind up sitting out at sea or sailing out of trouble. So Royal Caribbean famously hired a meteorologist years ago, and they have a new one now. It's not the same meteorologist, but now Carnival has done that. I like that idea. I think it's very proactive for them to be working with a meteorology team. It's just to make sure they're making more informed decisions quickly in the moment and preparing ahead for things. Island Collector said, I can't imagine being on a small ship for that many days without getting into an issue. I can't either. 149 days on a tiny ship. And look, let's be completely honest. As much as I complain about Carnival with like the sometimes the quality of the clients on there, you're going the opposite direction on Silversea. You're going to have like these super, super entitled Karens on there. So that crowd, I've seen it on Silversea where, when you get everything, you expect more. So it's going to be wild, but no, pass on 149 days on that. Few more cruise news stories. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm happy to answer some questions. You want to talk about your upcoming cruises, let me know as well. Also, we did our first interview this week with Tom, which we posted on Friday, Tom's experience on board. So I would like to do those weekly. So again, if anybody is interested, if you're going on a cruise and you're interested in doing that, please comment below or email me at jp@bitesizecruise.com and let me know, and we can set it up. They're a lot of fun to do. It's great to hear other people's stories about their cruises. Richard said, question, we have a 3-night dining package on Liberty of the Seas. Can we go to Chops Grill twice? Sure can. Yeah, you absolutely can. You can just make your reservations when you get on the ship. You can go to Chops twice. You can go Chops twice. You can go anywhere you want twice. You can go all 3 times. Doesn't matter. You are good. Hope said, I heard entertainment was boring on Silversea. It's, you know what it is, Hope? I wouldn't say it's boring. It depends on what you're interested in, right? It's going to be much more subdued. So it's going to be much more like Michael Bublé-ish, like Frank Sinatra lounge singers and performers and stuff like that. There's nothing crazy going on, right? It's it's a much older crowd. So yeah, it's much more subdued. See, they added the Warranted. I see they added the Broadway series 80s edition on the Breakaway. Yeah, it was good. We went to that show. Very good. Yeah, no complaints. It's a good show. It's in the like the old Spiegel tent there. So I wish they did more of those, because we saw the other one on Getaway. We saw I forget what it was, Broadway Unboxed or something like that, and that was really good. So yeah, the 80s Broadway one is very good. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's a good one. Let's see what else we got here. So in Alaska, Sitka now is jumping in with Juneau, and they're proposing those hard caps for cruise season. So I think it's 12,000 people a day. I get why they're doing it. It's one of those things I go back and forth on. I understand that people live there, and it's disruptive to their town, just like Bar Harbor, anywhere else when a cruise ship comes in, and you have all these, us people that get off the ship and don't respect their surroundings enough, which is sad. But also, it kind of makes me kind of feel a certain way about not going there. Like if you don't want tourism there, which brings in a ton of money to your city, I kind of don't want to go. So as much as I love Bar Harbor, like you don't want us there, cool, I won't come. Like your stores, the people that own those stores are going to move out. It's going to and again, it's not going to matter to Bar Harbor because it's a bunch of rich people that live up there anyway that are trying to block the people from coming in. I get that. But Alaska is different. So if you get rid of all that or you really push back on the amount of tour, remember, people aren't going to Juneau and Sitka in November, December, January, February, March, and April and May. Some people are, but the cruise industry is bringing in massive amounts of people, which is massive amounts of revenue for their economy. So my feeling on it is if you don't want us there, then I'm just not going to go. I don't want to be just like Hawaii, right? Hawaii had announced like, hey, we don't really want tourists here. Okay, well, say less, right? I won't come then. That's the way I feel about it. If you're not interested in having us there, then I don't want to go. It's fine. I don't want to disrupt anyone's life any more than I have to. So it's totally fine. But I get why they're doing caps. Caps I'm fine with. You don't want to overwhelm the town. It's just the ones that are like, don't come here. I'm like, okay, sure, I won't come here. So announcement after, I think we talked about this on Wednesday, but after the pandemic coming back, Carnival had stopped doing the paper programs, the fun times, which I have here right in front of me, lots of them from my 4-day cruise. So just like most of the other cruise lines, they stopped delivering those to your stateroom. Well, Carnival is bringing it back. People really kind of liked having those. I loved the olden days of having the paper ones. I used to bring a highlighter with me on my cruises, and I would highlight the things at night that I wanted to do the next day. And the apps are great, don't get me wrong, but some people just don't want to carry their phones around. So I understand why paper is preferred by some people. And I love looking at the paper ones. When I get back to the room at night, it's like you sit down and you go through each of like what's the big show tomorrow? What's going on? Is there anything fun happening? So I love that. So I'm glad that they're bringing that back. Fred Elise said Bar Harbor. It's very sad. Hope said, totally agree, John. Same with Key West. We are a casualty of them limiting ships. Yeah. In Key West, the same, right? I think most of the people in Key West don't want us there. And to Key West's defense, if you see the poor behavior sometimes of people, same thing with Hawaii and some of these other ones, they don't want people coming in there and being disrespectful, which I get. But I can't guarantee that everyone's going to be respectful and nice. So I get why they do it. It just makes me not want to go there. So totally get it. Last bit of cruise news that I have, unless people have questions or anything else, which I'm happy to answer. Tampa has announced construction on a 4th terminal. This is an $80 million project that they're doing to build a 4th terminal. Again, only small ships in Tampa, but there are some great cruises that go out of Tampa. You can go on Serenade of the Seas. You can go on some small Norwegian ships sometimes. You got the Margaritaville at Sea ship down there, those type of things. So I want to get down to Tampa. I haven't been on a cruise out of Tampa since I was young, so I'd like to try that port as well. Be good for content. My mom keeps calling me, which is hilarious. Let's tell her, stop calling me for right now. So I'm interested in Tampa for sure. I'm happy that the cruise business is bumping down there. Tampa's a fun little spot. You can hit St. Pete's and all of those little beach spots. Clearwater's close. And it's not, you're not locked into that west side there. Yeah, Palo Enchantment's down there out of Tampa, which we loved, right? Enchantment's great. So anybody else have any questions or anything going on today? Anybody have any fun plans for your Sunday? It's 1,000 degrees here in Philly. So I will not be spending a lot of time outside other than to walk my dog quickly and get back inside. I am leaving 3 weeks from today on NCL Joy, which should be a lot of fun. Now my mom's texting me. This is awesome. So that should be really fun. I'm looking forward to getting back on Joy to see if it is enjoyable, if I have a good time, if the food's better. Yeah, Palo, I'm sure it's just gross everywhere. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit better. It's supposed to rain tonight. So we'll see about that. Island Collector said, it's sad that the industry is going so much. It's overwhelming the ports. Maybe that could be a wake up. Please start building smaller ships. Agreed, right? Well, Royal's going to announce, it's coming out any day now. They're going to announce, I think as soon as Utopia gets out and sailing. If I have to guess. I haven't heard anything from like Matt Hochberg because he would break it first. But I'm sure that smaller ships, the Discovery thing is coming. I think what you may also see at some point is more ports. So I think that could be exciting. Maybe like more ports in different cities and different places. I don't know how feasible it is. I know we talked about Philadelphia before, and it kept getting vetoed, and you can't bring big ships here either. So yeah, Paolo, you're leaving just a few days before. I'm going to Bermuda. So I'll be in Bermuda. If anybody's going to be in Bermuda, please by all means come and say hello. We will be down in Bermuda. I will be down in Bermuda. I don't know who we is. The 16th, 17th, and 18th, I think, of July, I will be in Bermuda, hopefully, if there's no hurricanes or anything. So we'll be there. AJ is going, her next cruise is in September. Everybody else's next cruise is in September. Mine will be in September after that. Thank you, Paolo, for telling people to hit the like button. Thank you. And subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Really appreciate it. Bermuda is Fred's favorite place. It's awesome. I'll be in Bermuda, I think, between this year and next year, I'll be in Bermuda like 20 days. So I was there one day already, got 3 days coming up. And then my next 2 are Bahamas. I think my next 3 are all Bahamas. Again, hurricane season. Who knows? Might be going to Canada. And then after that, I don't know where I'm going. But next year, I'm in Bermuda like 3 or 4 times again. So it's close. If you go out of Jersey or New York, you're probably going to Bermuda in the summer. So I love it. I think it's great. It allows me to try different excursions and do different things there. So that is always fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. We'll be making announcements about the group cruises on Wednesday. The one announcement is that for next year, we canceled our group cruise, the Halloween cruise for next year. We will not be doing it. We'll not be doing any group cruises next year. So we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Michael said Bermuda loves tours. They do. Bermuda's great. It's such a great port. There's a lot to do. It's funny because you could spend a day just in the terminal there. There's plenty to do there. There's Matt Hochberg did a podcast this week where he went to the beach inside the terminal there. It wasn't great, but it was still something to do. You can go to St. George for a day. You can go to Hamilton for a day. There are tons of great things to do. So it's a great, great, great port. Hope asked when's your interview about travel. I'm still waiting for them to confirm. Insurance people. They're dodging me. They're not. I'm just waiting for them to give me a date. Virgin, the next interview we have on Wednesday is Virgin, which is going to be July the 3rd, which kind of stinks. It's right before the holiday, but that's the best I could do. Warren asked, how's Puerto Plata? It's awesome. The port there, I have a video on my channel, Warren. I probably have 2 or 3 of like a full tour of the port there at Puerto Plata and the lazy river and all that. There's a lot of fun, free things to do again in the port there. And then you can go out and do chocolate tastings and a bunch of fun things out if you book an excursion, which are great. It's not one of those islands I would recommend just wandering around, but there are plenty of great things to do. But the port itself, super safe, tons of things to do, places where you can get drinks and hang out. It's great. I love Puerto Plata. So Cheryl, good morning to you as well. Good to see you here. Good to see everyone here. So that's going to wrap up the cruise news. I'll give everyone another minute or 2 if you have any questions. Otherwise, that's going to wrap up the old cruise news for today. Again, I will. So tomorrow will be day 3 of the vlog if I get it done. I have to get it done. I haven't finished it yet. I've been really behind this week on getting videos done. And then the rest of the Venezia videos will be coming out this week, and then we'll start prepping for Norwegian. And then after that, I'm on Royal the rest of the year, which is pretty wild. So I got Royal Caribbean Cruises the rest of September, October, December. AJ will be on Princess in September. She's going up to New England and Canada. Peter and Melinda, our subscribers, will be going up there as well, so they'll be on the same cruise. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Hope you enjoy your day. If you read, because we talk a lot about books as well, if you do read and you have a Kindle, just one bit of fun news for today. Today is Stuff Your Kindle Day, which means if you've never done this before, it means that they do a couple days where they pick different genres and a bunch of offers give away books. So today is Stuff Your Kindle Day for Fantasy Edition. So if you enjoy fantasy books, I don't know if who knows, whatever you're into, Island Collector, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Just talking about Norwegian here. So if you are into fantasy books, here is a link. If you go to this link, it'll tell you all the books that are free today on your Kindle. And you can just go to the Kindle store and download these books for free. Pretty cool. Cheryl said, any of you getting double points from cruising? I get double points on Royal because if I don't do a studio, if I do just a regular cabin, I get doubles there for sailing solo. Norwegians, you got to get, you got to book during the times where they have those double points or triple points offered. And then, of course, we talked about the Princess one, where now you can do the Princess one, where you get double if you buy Princess Plus or Princess Premier. So again, that is it for today. Hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday, and I will talk to everybody the rest of the week. We'll see everybody Wednesday evening at 7. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.